One afternoon, my phone kept ringing. It was my parents. They usually never called, so I thought something serious had happened. When I answered, my father yelled, "Are you making fun of us?" "What is this amount?" I was confused. "What do you mean?" I asked. "Allie sends us $4,000 every month, and you only send 50 cents. How dare you?" My heart dropped. That was not true. I had been sending them $4,000 every month. So why did they think I only sent 50 cents? Something was very wrong. I tried to explain, "Dad, I send $4,000 every month. There must be some mistake." But my father didn't believe me. "Don't lie. Allie earns more than you. She is smart and responsible." "You are selfish." My mother added, "You only care about yourself. Look at your sister. She is so kind, sending us money." Tears filled my eyes. No matter what I did, they always thought Allie was better. But how did Allie trick them into thinking she sent all the money? I needed to find out. I thought back to when Allie first asked me to send money to our parents. "Let's use a fake name, Rainbow, when we send money," she said. I agreed, thinking it was just for fun. But now I remembered something. Allie's stage name as a model was Rain. That meant our parents saw Rainbow and thought it was her sending the money. She had stolen my hard work and made me look bad. My chest felt heavy. I couldn't believe my own sister had done this to me. I had worked so hard for that money. I lived simply, saved every penny, and even worked on weekends just to send it. And all this time, Allie had been taking credit while my parents insulted me. I clenched my fists in anger. I had to stop this. But if I stopped sending money, what would happen? Would Allie tell the truth? Or would my parents still believe her lies? I decided to do it. I would stop sending money and see what happened next. I called my best friend, Nina, who worked as a consultant. When I told her everything, she was shocked. "Wait, your parents were fine before, so why do they suddenly need $4,000 every month?" she asked. "I don't know," I admitted. "Then stop sending money," she said. "See what happens." Her words gave me courage. For years, I had done everything to please my parents. But now, I had to do something for myself. I took a deep breath and made a decision. I wouldn't send another dollar. 2 months passed. Then one morning, my phone rang over and over. I finally answered. "What the hell are you doing? Why did you stop sending money?" Allie shouted. I stayed calm. "Because I know the truth," I said. "You lied to our parents. You used my money and told them it was yours." There was silence. Then she laughed. "So what? They'll never believe you anyway." My stomach twisted in anger. She was so sure of herself. But she was about to face the truth. Nina helped me find out more. She asked around and discovered something shocking. My father had stopped working. My mother was spending money on expensive handbags. And Allie? She had been telling her friends, "My big sister pays for everything, so I don't need to worry." My hands shook with rage. I had been sacrificing everything for them, while they wasted my hard work. I went to my parents' house, ready to confront them. "I know everything," I said. But instead of saying sorry, my father glared at me and said, "You are no longer our daughter." Those words cut deep, but at the same time, I felt free. I had done everything for them, and yet, they still treated me like I was nothing. "Fine," I said, "but don't call me again." I turned around and left, tears stinging my eyes. It was hard, but I knew I had to move on. I focused on myself, took extra courses, and got a better job. Slowly, I built a new life, and for the first time, I felt happy. 2 months later, my doorbell rang. When I opened it, I saw my parents and Allie. They looked tired, like they hadn't been sleeping. My father forced a smile. "We're struggling. Just lend us some money." I crossed my arms. "I thought you disowned me." My mother laughed nervously. "You're successful now. Surely you can help your family." I shook my head. They didn't care about me. They only cared about my money. I stared at my family, waiting for an explanation. Then Allie finally admitted the truth. She had been scammed by a fake talent agency. They had promised to make her a movie star, but after taking all her money, they disappeared. My father had used his retirement savings to help her, believing she would become famous. Now, they were broke and desperate. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "You threw me away for this?" I asked, my voice shaking. My father looked away, ashamed. My mother stayed silent. They expected me to fix their mistakes, but I wouldn't. A week later, debt collectors came looking for them. "Are you family?" one of them asked me. I shook my head. "Number, I have nothing to do with them." That was the truth. My parents had lost their house and had to file for bankruptcy. My father was forced to get a job through a temp agency. Ironically, he was assigned to the same construction site where I once worked to earn money for them. When his coworkers found out, they mocked him. "Your daughter worked here just to send you money? What kind of parents do that?" My father had no answer. Allie's life also fell apart. She couldn't find modeling jobs anymore. She had lost her looks and reputation. She tried working at nightclubs, but even there, no one liked her. Her bad attitude made her unpopular, and she kept getting fired. She had gone from being an adored model to someone people laughed at. "A model? Who are you kidding? Look at yourself." Customers sneered at her. I felt no sympathy. She had used me, stolen my money, and lied to our parents. Now she was facing the consequences of her own actions. While my family fell apart, my life flourished. I had a new job with better pay and no stress. I was finally free. No more late-night shifts, no more extra jobs, and no more sacrificing for people who never cared about me. 5 years passed, and I found myself standing in a beautiful chapel in Miami, attending Nina's wedding. The ocean sparkled behind us, the air smelled like flowers, and everyone was smiling. "You look happy," Nina said, squeezing my hand. And she was right. For the first time in my life, I was truly happy. At the wedding, Nina introduced me to someone. "This is Nick," she said, grinning. "I think you two will get along." Nick was kind, funny, and hardworking. Everything my family wasn't. As we talked, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. We laughed, shared stories, and for the first time in years, I felt light and free. It was like I had finally let go of the past. "I'd love to take you out for dinner sometime," Nick said with a warm smile. And for once, I didn't feel afraid. I was ready for a new start. Nick and I spent more time together. He was different from anyone I had ever met. He didn't just listen, he truly cared. Slowly, I let myself trust again. My past had been painful, but it didn't have to define me. I had survived betrayal and loss, but I had also found strength and freedom. I wasn't the girl who begged for her parents' approval anymore. I was strong, independent, and happy. As I sat across from Nick at dinner one night, I realized something. I had everything I had ever wanted. That night, as I looked up at the starry sky, I thought of my grandfather. He had always believed in me, even when no one else did. "Grandpa, I did it," I whispered. "I finally found happiness." I knew he would be proud of me. My life was no longer about pleasing others or proving my worth. I was living for myself. As the cool night breeze touched my skin, I smiled. My journey had been long and painful, but I had survived. I had won. And for the first time in my life, I knew I would never look back.